It's over. It is finally over. Christmas. And we're in that in-between. Christmas is over and done. One in the books. Looking down the barrel of a new year. And here we are in the middle. Feeling lonely. What happens? Maybe the holidays were a whirlwind and you were busy and man, you just couldn't wait till it was over, and it's over, and now you feel melancholy. Alone. Company's gone, or you're home from the kids, or that's what happened to me. Woke up yesterday and I was gathering up some of the Christmas stuff and putting it on my dining room table, and I wasn't quite ready to take my tree down, but you know, the wreath off the front door and just the coffee cups and all those things, and just felt melancholy, alone, loneliness. It's an epidemic anymore. So many lonely people. So if you're feeling lonely, you are not alone. Recent studies show that 23% of people globally feel lonely on a daily basis. 22% in the same study said they feel they have no one they can rely on, no family, no friends, no support. 22% globally. You would think that, I think that oftentimes we think about the demographic of people that are lonely, and it's, 65 plus older adults, mainly women, because they lose their spouses or they're left alone, and so we think of that as the lonely group. But in this study, it showed that the largest demographic of lonely people are young males 15 to age 34. And that's shocking to me. But loneliness is definitely something we all deal with at one time or another because of different situations. And you wonder, what can I do about loneliness? Well, I do know wherever the mind goes, the body follows. So if you dwell on not having somebody, or you want someone and it's just not happening, maybe you sat through those holidays alone, lonely. I see you. It's hard. But loneliness is caused from a disconnect. You can disconnect from yourself, disconnect from others, disconnect from society, disconnect from community. All of these things cause loneliness. If you've had trauma in your past, you might suffer from chronic loneliness. And this is a real disconnect with all of these. And it becomes your identity of being a lonely person. I know when I was younger, people all around me, and I was lonely. Being alone and loneliness are not the same thing. You can be alone and not be lonely. But you can be lonely and not be alone. So what are some things that we can do to help with loneliness? Well, some of it is some internal work. If you deal with emotional loneliness, this is where you don't feel seen or heard or supported. You don't feel like you can rely on anyone. Often comes from a lot of self-reliance because people have failed you in the past. You can be around a lot of people and still feel lonely. There's social loneliness. This is kind of a lack of a connection with the community. And it happens maybe after you move or a divorce, you lose your job, you change jobs. You don't have that community, so you feel a disconnect. And this is usually temporary. The emotional loneliness, don't need more people in your life. You need to be able to connect more intimately with the people that are in your life. Maybe you have some relationship loneliness. Your partner's emotionally unavailable and you feel lonely. And then there's existential loneliness. This one's quite heavy because you don't feel connected with yourself, your inner world, your spiritual thing. This happens whenever things shift or you're in a transition. You don't feel like you have purpose or meaning. And so you feel lonely. So you need to connect spiritually, to go within and seek, spiritual guidance or connection. Connect with nature. Get out there. Connect with nature, the universe, with God that you believe in. Maybe even church. Now, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about spiritual. And spiritual is meaning and purpose in your life. So you need to cultivate that. There's situational loneliness. That's what I'm experiencing. It's a situation in between the two holidays and looking down 2026 and thinking, another year, what is it going to bring? I had a tough year this last year, a lot of loss. I've already done my inventory, and yet, even though I lost a lot of people through death in my life that were meaningful to me, I have gained so many new friends through this community here. What a wonderful thing to look at that. Give yourself some grace. It's a season. It will pass. These are all just some ideas about maybe what you're feeling. Do an inventory, right? Acknowledge that you're lonely. I know what's going on. I had a great holiday, a lot of connection, a lot of this. And then yesterday it was like, boom, it was gone. So I felt melancholy. Maybe you feel that way too. Reach out. If you deal with chronic loneliness, seek some help. I see people one-on-one here. You don't even have to leave the comfort of your home. It's all telehealth. Links in the description. Do some self-reflecting. Is your loneliness maybe because of something you need to change internally? Maybe you complain too much. You're negative. People don't want to be around you. Do some internal work. So the things to do is to reach out. Maybe you haven't connected with an old friend. I have an old friend that I've been wanting to reconnect with, and I've been praying about it. And so, and I'll know, and I will just do it one day. But if you're feeling lonely, get outside of yourself. If you don't leave your house, there's online connection. And that's not just watching YouTube and hanging in the bushes. Comment. Comment on the people that you enjoy their stuff. Comment. They'll get a comment back. If you want to comment on this video, I will comment back to you. I have an email address in my description. You can email me. There are ways to reach out. Don't have to leave the comfort of your home. Don't have to spend a penny. You just have to put in a little effort. Little movements. I have built a great community here, and I have made friends on YouTube. I have met some in person, and they have carried me through this last part of this year and helped with the grief I have felt. They have replaced the emptiness of, I lost my best friend this last year to cancer, and I made some new ones. You might just be one day away from meeting your new best friend. You never know. Comment. Get involved. Start a YouTube channel yourself. I mean, it's to occupy your time. Get a hobby. Learn a new hobby. Learn a new language. Do something for you that you enjoy that's going to bring some energy and purpose and meaning. This helps with loneliness. Connect with yourself. Get outside. Connect with nature. Comment on here. Build a community. All of those things, those connections, help diminish loneliness. It's not easy sometimes. It's kind of scary. I spent a lot of times in a lot of groups hiding in the bushes because I was worried about if I said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing, or, and I don't do that today. I try to jump in with both feet and stay involved. So I know this will pass. I'm going to give myself some compassion, some grace today. I made this video for you because there's a lot of you out there feeling lonely and forgotten and not seen. Well, I'll tell you, I see you. If you email me or you want to work with me one-on-one, I will hear you and I will support you. Connect with yourself. Invest in a relationship with yourself. Wherever you go, there you are. And remember to be you on purpose.